Heyo, it's me, the one and only Sky99. We are back at this again playing Sherlock Holmes. The Awakening. The Awaken. Again, this came out on my birthday. I know I am late for the fucking party. Trust me, I know. But guess what? I am here, and I am giving you raw cut. And I mean raw. No editing, no cutting. Pure raw footage of me being stupid. This is Sherlock Holmes infused with H.P. Lovecraft inspiration. You better be ready for it. Spooky vibes and everything. Still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. L1 to highlight shit. Okay. I like that. I like highlighting shit. That is neatly stacked.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
That book looks interesting. That book does. It's yellow somewhere. There we go.
The finest view London has to offer.
Okay. This one is done. Remember, this does come after. And I mean after Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. So if you have not seen that one, I do have a playlist for you guys to go over there and watch it. It is crucial. It is the beginning. They have been making reference to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Occult books. This one is more important because it's like a toxic, exotic. Okay.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Thing is, this painting.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
We're just kind of like walking around. This ladder.
The ladder is broken.
There's a broken step.
Recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
It's a doggo.
Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Is that where? I think the dog's name was called Toby. Is this where we get Toby? I think the
Barnes has
dog's
always
here.
been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Okay, so we were supposed to just.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
So we were just kind of like investigating from the last episode. Okay, so I guess we leave. Hold on. Wrong one. There we go. Broken ladder. Display. Okay, I need to. There's dead flowers. Okay, that one I need to look at. Let's go over. Why is he acting strange? I do think he's involved in a scheme. Okay? I do believe that. There's dead flowers. Exotic. Can we make a connection? No. Okay. I'm doing that. You already have one. Okay. Test and boot. Hold on. Okay, young man didn't see much pressing and he heard a loud noise, if he said. Apparently he was carrying a stack of books. Okay. So I think it would have been this one. Or that. I don't have anything there. Okay. So apparently I don't have enough evidence or this is wrong. So this, the flower, that I need to pen because of that I need to do more. I do think he's involved. I want the
Hello
dog.
there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original. I should have
Okay.
worn something warmer. People don't tend to come out for flowers when it rains. Perhaps I should try selling door to door.
Hmm. There we go.
Encouraging
Here's
people to
this
stop and
one.
smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? Pot is
There's crap.
damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
It's in avoid or distracted. Morning brooch. She is definitely clean. Okay, so. I think she's avoiding us. What do you guys think? I think it is ready to move on.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
I'll be off.
But, okay. Dead flower. I think it's this one, to be honest. Let's go talk to him. Nope, won't let us. Okay. See, I think I messed up, so I'm gonna... I forgot how to run in this game. Let's talk to her again.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Ooh, I think he's in love.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break. I don't know anything about this, sorry. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller. I don't know anything about this, sorry. I don't know anything about this, sorry. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
I don't care.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
There we go. Okay. God damn it, wrong button. Okay. So, they just appeared. Okay. So, I think I got it right. Be still. Yeah. Okay, now the item. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think that was right. He's in love with her.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
So he's not involved in anything. God damn it.
So, you know what
Just
happened
the
then?
hope is romantic.
I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness
Sherlock is
of
still
your
a dick.
romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
I know
As
what
in
to do,
most
yes.
things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and.
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Awesome. We finally got the paper.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank
that
you.
was an utter waste of time.
The assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always
Dun,
be
dun,
burglaries.
dun.
It doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
I think we were right by his house. Yeah, so. So it's somewhere on this street, because it's the same street. That map. Okay. So it's the same street.
Not much further now.
Oh. I'm blind.
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
Okay,
Is
here we
this
go.
lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about
Let's
him.
start with the first one.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there
Why would
any
he run
reason
away?
Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
How the fuck do I get over there? Water. I wish we can jump in this game. So apparently this is where I needed to be.
Who could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Just gonna look around with this on. Okay, let's take that off, skip that.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Okay.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
That's his bed. Something in here, like that's a chicken bone.
Mutton chops. The remains of a meal.
Oh.
The ashes are long since cold.
What is that? There we go.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your
It's
nose, Doctor.
Rupton.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Okay, opioid.
A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them. This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Okay. Something in there I need to look at. That's beautiful. What is this?
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
I can, because it's showing something over here.
No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
Alright. Okay, so with enough clothes, Sherlock Holmes can imagine a construction past. Okay, so maybe I don't need that. I have to look for. There's trail. I think that's gonna be. Okay, this one. I don't think we got enough evidence for anything, okay? So let's... No.
No air coming through it.
Okay. Oh, there's something else in here that I missed. That looked like a face, by the way.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
I was right. Yeah, we already did that one. He pulls. No. That might help me look around better. Come on. So he kind of trapped, right? Okay, I know it's not that back. It's not really letting me look around for anything else. Huh, maybe I'm blind. I feel like it could be something dealing with these floorboards.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
That's okay.
A small navy spyglass.
That is a spyglass. I thought it was like a flute or something. My bad. Okay. Okay.
No air coming through it.
Something pushed him. Okay, there's that. I still need more evidence. Is that way? We're gonna talk about this key, but we're gonna go do a few other things. Let's get to the other side, because we definitely need to talk to him. Anything important? Nothing important over here. Okay. Here we go.
Where on earth are you going with this?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Okay,
The
what
door
about
to your
this key?
garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden. Are you
Okay.
joking? Why would I know this?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimihia's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna end the episode right here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you keep it eco-friendly.